Well, hello there, Soaring Eagle fans. Hey, how are you guys doing today? We're in a bit of a heat wave here in the lower mainland. We had like 35, 37 degrees yesterday. Today, I'm not sure, it's supposed to get up into the 30s. I think it's around 28 today. But hey, welcome to the channel, and if you're new, please do a like and subscribe. It helps our channel to get recognized. And today, we're just going to do a short little video and a follow-up on the boat that we launched last week. But we're going to do something I should have done before I launched, is check the oil level and contamination and stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be a quick little video uptake on changing the oil on our big motor yacht here, our cruiser, 12-foot Marlin boat. So what we're going to do is already have the tools laid out and some equipment and stuff that I used to have when I changed the oil on my Harley Davidson. So I have some of the funnels and oil pan that I need. So we're just going to do a quick setup here, change the oil on this guy. I did check the oil and it's a little bit black, so it probably hasn't been changed for a little while. So follow along and we'll get the motor oil changed, and then the follow-up video a little bit later, we're actually going to change the oil down on the leg as well. I don't have the oil with me today, so we'll do that at a later date. And I like using these nut drivers. They're impact nut drivers, so you can use them for regular wrenching as well. And the socket we're using today for releasing the bolt for the oil change, which is right there. You can see it there. It's number 12. And let's take the cowling off and we'll check the oil, see how nasty it is, and then we'll kind of go through a quick procedure. And if some of you guys are going, that's not how you do that, please leave me some information in the link below. Post what you would have done differently, or what I did wrong. I'm okay with that. Don't mind learning from the audience, and might be almost 70 years old, but it's always a good time to learn some new stuff, don't you think? Alright, so what we're going to do is just undo the cowling here. It's just this clip on the back here, and it flips forward, goes through the pull handle right here, and just goes there, and we'll set that aside. We'll get it over here, and give yourself some paper towel ready, have a piece ready here for that. So before we do the oil change on here, I'm just going to pull these weeds out of the way here. I'm just going to check the oil here real quick, and we'll see. So we're actually up to the full level here, but it's starting to get a little dark looking. No doubt it's not bad, not terribly bad, but let's change it nonetheless. And so what we want to do when we change the oil on there is we want to leave the dipstick in, and we also want to leave the oil filter cap on when we remove the drain plug down here. That way it won't burst out on you really quickly. And then once you open it up, then you can release this to get some air suction in and increase the volume of oil flow to drain it. So be about 1 liter, about a full bottle of this, minus 200 milliliters of oil. So what I've inquired if it's okay to use this, and I'm told it is. If you disagree with me, I was told by a guy that this has 3 times protection on there. It's a 1030 weight castor oil, so it was really good for a 9.9, so I'm going to go with that. And he says oil is oil is oil, but there are some better stock on there, so that's what we're going to use. Leaving the link down below there. If you guys disagree, that's quite all right. So that's the oil that we're using today. So just going to put this metric 12 on the socket here, and so I'm just going to move this camera around a little bit real quick so you can see what I'm doing on the other side there right now. Let's just... I'm going to get this oil pan down at the bottom here handy, just in case we start spraying a leak here. And I'm just going to remove this and use the socket, since I've loosened it. Bring the oil pan a little bit closer here, see what we do as far as oil flow. So we're just going to, hopefully you can see that without my shoulder in the way here. There we go. And like I said, going to get a little bit of a mess there. So at this point in time, I would release. Ooh, that's tight. So I might not do it too quickly here. But I'm just going to take the filler cap off and let it suck the air in from the top side. And in that way it doesn't burst out so fast at first. But yeah, looking at the oil there, wow, it's pretty black. So I'm glad that we're changing it. Not sure if it was ever changed. It's only had about 40 hours on it. So it's just down to a dribble there right now. So we'll let that drain out. This oil, we'll pour it into a can here later, or some bottle and stuff, and recycle it at an oil place. And what you want to do too is on the end of this little bolt, there's a little magnetic field. Just want to make sure that there's no metal fibers or nothing there. It looks nice and clean. Now, I'm not sure if you're supposed to put a new seal on there or any kind of a seal. Somebody said maybe it's just on the leg where there's a seal on the top and the bottom. I don't actually see a seal here. Maybe it stays inside there. But we're just down to a light little drip there right now. So that looks like almost a liter, and then it was full up to the top. So let's just set this oil pan down below and let it drip right into there. Give the motor a little shake, see if there's anything left in there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And see if, yeah, you can see it over here. So I took the filler cap off so that it's got a good flow on there. So that looks about good there. So let's just screw this back in here. Now I'm also told that it wouldn't hurt to have an impact, or not an impact wrench, but a foot-pound wrench, so I could, like a torque wrench, so you can get a proper torque on this. A lot of people don't use it, but it'd probably be a smart thing to have. I just don't happen to have one, so we won't undersnug or tighten it, but we'll just give it a good gentleman's snug about right there. Don't want to over wrench it and strip it or anything like that. I'm not a little guy, so a little bit of a snug tug is probably enough on there. Wipe off any oil that's dripped onto different elements, and we'll see the pan down below here. I'll just quickly tilt that down, have a look there. So it's all nice and clean. Got the filler cap still on there. So it's a fairly quick little project to change the oil on it. Very wise to do. And wipe off your tools for putting them back in the proper place. And I've got a nice big filler cap here. I actually have a couple of different sizes. Like this one here would probably be enough as well. Fit it in there just like that, or this one. I'm just going to use this nice big one today, just in case I'm sloppy. I had another one, like a really small one here, so I'll probably pick this up as a kit somewhere. Got these 3 different sizes here for different items, but let's just use the monster one here. And I'm going to leave the dipstick in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe that dipstick off first, because it was a little bit black. And then we'll see. It's really tight on there. There we go. So let's just wipe that right down, because we'll see the oil creep up the dipstick when we go and check it later with nice clean oil. And then we'll test it and just see with approximately about 800 milliliters of motor oil. So here we go. So we've got 1 full liter here, and we're going to fill it up to till it's down to about right there. So there's 250 left. We should leave it to about 200 left, and we'll check it and see if it's full. And that's kind of common for these little boat motors. So here we go. Don't pour it too rapidly, just pour it in gently and slowly. It's a nice clean oil. Yeah, we're down about a third, about half. Oh, going a little bit faster. There we go. Okay, keep going. Almost down to 250. You see my right hand kind of shaking there. I've got a little bit of bursitis in my left shoulder I'm dealing with, so not total stability with my right arm. But there we're at 250, so let's just give it a little bit more and then we'll check it and just make sure. Yeah, we're just below 250. Just give it a little bit more. I'm pretty sure we're close. So there we are, about 200 liters left. Just gonna set this on the ground here. I'll try not to kick it over. I'll leave myself a couple of little mats on the ground here. Put this stuff on so it doesn't go into the gravel. Let's get ourselves a nice clean rag here again. Okay, so we've got about 800 or so milliliters on there, and see what it says on the dipstick. Okay, like it's right up to nice and clean too. Wow. Okay, let's just try this one more time. Push it right back in there and pull it back out. Yeah, so it might be kind of hard to see on here, but we're right up to there with the oil level that we've put in, so that'll be good. Next time you take it out on the water or something like that before you launch it, just check it one more time. And the motor, run the motor up and take a little bit of coloring, be a little easier to see. So let's just make sure we put our dipstick back in. And maybe that's where, that slang word, hey, you dipstick. So I'm not sure why people use that for kind of a bit of a semi-derogatory, I guess. Don't be a dipstick. But a dipstick's a good thing. So maybe we can turn it's not derogatory. It's actually a pleasant saying, because if you didn't have a dipstick, check your oil, man, you could have a lot of problems. So somebody calls you a dipstick and say, hey, thanks for the compliment. So let's put this cap back on here without cross-threading it. The filler cap, and we made no mess inside the motor here. We'll just wipe off any oil residue on here, keep it nice and clean, and we already snugged this up and there's no mess down here. And put a cap on our remaining oil, put that in our reserve block to take along with us when we get out to the lake in case we need to add a little bit. We'll put that in a holding tank. We won't keep it outside here today. It's really hot today, so if I leave it on the boat here anywhere, it's just going to expand the bottle. So there we go. This is what we used today. Castrol GTX, Superior Sludge Protection, 3X Protection, SAE 1030 weight for gasoline engines. That's what we use today. If you use something else, let me know down below if there's anything better to use, or if you're supposed to use Yamaha oil. I'm not sure. I went to a place to get this and they said oil is oil is oil, so whether it says Yamaha on there or something else. But anyway, you guys can let me know, okay? So just going to put the cowling back on, and then we'll call it a done deal. Clean up the oil mess, take the oil, darkened oil to hey, just double check things here. Okay, we got that. Spark plug caps, a 2-banger in there, 4-stroke, nice and clean. So that about does it. Thanks guys for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video, because that's where we're gonna do. We're gonna change the oil in the leg down here. I don't have the tools or the oil for the leg, so we'll do that on the next short little video clip. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned and give us a like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and we'll catch you in the next one.